Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed, my darlings. So, we now have season 3 of Young, Famous and African. A lot of you have requested it, and so I am going to cover it. A lot of you have also requested that I do Real Housewives of Lagos. I live in London, my darlings, and they are not showing it in England. They are only showing it in Africa, and they are not showing it anywhere else in the world, which is unfortunate because they have fans all over the world. I don't know why they did that. You guys have to get it together. Real Housewives of Lagos. You really do. Because you got fans, and do it like Young, Famous and African. If they can do it, I don't see how you guys cannot. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, we're here for Young, Famous and African. And darlings, it was fire. I lived and loved. Zari, baby, is getting married. What? Yeah, that was the opening scene. Everybody was coming from everywhere to come for her wedding. And so, my darlings, we had the beautiful, because I have the list right here of the cast. So we had Annie Idiba, and she flew in looking quite fabulous. As a matter of fact, I loved her wardrobe for this episode, and it was so unfortunate because Annie just came to fight. Annie came to come and bear grudges. Annie came because she wanted to sort one or two things out that had happened in the last season, and that was the kind of energy that she came with. But needless to say, she showed up. So we have her there, and so the cast began to gradually spill in. Nadia came in. I'm living and loving Nadia's energy. What's up? And she was here to celebrate as well. She was kind of also surprised. And then we also had Swanky, fashionista Swanky. Swanky came in with the high heels, with the jewelry, with the sunglasses. He's over the top, but sometimes over the top works. Sometimes it just does for certain personalities, and that personality is Swanky. We also had Fantana. Fantana was the kind of side chick, kind of sort of seeing diamond. And Fantana comes in this white, short, ill-fitted dress with pink hair. And I thought to myself, not for a wedding. For a nightclub on the wrong side of town, yes. But for a wedding, absolutely not. Quite as is kept, now that I think about it, when Nadia came, the bust was ill-fitted. Girlfriend's going to need my bra collection. But until then, you should have gone with a different outfit. It was just ill-fitted. It did not look right. And as far as I'm concerned, when something is ill-fitted, all the attention is drawn into that direction. There's nothing else that really anybody is looking at. Best dress for me in the first scene was Louis. Louis is beautiful to me. Tall, dark, chocolate, deep voice, everything. But unfortunately, he's very soft, and I think he's extremely naive, because to my utmost shock and horror, and I think I forgot, he's in love with Fantana. You cannot be in love with Fantana. You cannot even want to be with Fantana. Fantana is not the girl for you. She's not your future baby mama. She's not the future mother of your kids. Fantana won't do it. And I think that that is the fall for Louis. Such a good looking, put together guy, but you're a hot mess when it comes to matters of the heart. You don't know how to choose. I really wish that I was closer so I can say, Louis, baby, go with this girl. And he would be like, yes, you think so? You think I should go with her? Okay, I go with her. But he was the best dressed. We also had, because I have the list right here, Quentin and Kaylee. Quentin and Kaylee have moved a step closer to marriage, also known as living together. It's going to backfire, mama. I know you want him to marry you. He's been married twice, and as far as he's concerned, he's not trying to do it a third time until he's absolutely sure. So now that you've moved in, what are you doing, Kaylee? I wish you all the best of luck, but I'm telling you right now, your fertility eggs are getting fried. If I were you, mama, I would make sure that I have them in storage somewhere and don't rely on Quentin, because Quentin been had kids. Anyway, Quentin now has a little meeting with Shakib. Shakib is Zari's husband to be. Shakib, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you married her. You're a young guy, you don't have children. She has 5 children. She's older than you, 44. I did not understand it. I did not understand it. It's a hot, smoky mess. She's too much. Having said that, she looked like a vision when she walked down the aisle. Absolutely beautiful. And so this is Shakib telling Quentin that when Zari and Diamond are together, they're huggy, kissy, kissy, huggy, kissy, kissy. He doesn't like it. That should have been a red flag for you to say, Mama, in every way, shape and form, I cannot marry you. You got to go. But instead, you put your stupid head there and you've now married the woman. You're in trouble. You are in trouble. Get ready. I can see it all coming. Anyway, the wedding commences and it is quite fabulous. It's a garden wedding. And then we have Annie being spiteful, jealous, catty, and talking nonsense, talking about, oh, you want to have a wedding like mine, but it wasn't just as good. Annie, she has a man that really likes her, that really loves her, whereas you have a community pin of a husband who does not take anything seriously, on top of which you showed up alone. I would be very quiet, but she refused to keep quiet. She now decided, which was very, very, very bad manners, to pick a fight with Nadia about what happened last season, right there in the aisle. Let me wear some lipstick. Nadia was calm. I would have just given her my back. And I'd have been like, witch, leave me alone. So she was now quarreling with Nadia. Nadia was so cheesed off, as she should. And she kind of sort of ignored her. They went on to have the reception, which was beautiful. Oh my God, it was so gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that was where we met Kefilwe. Kefilwe strode in a fabulous white suit and a net veil. I'm going to make one. I loved it. It was giving me Grace Jones. It was giving me Fumidesaluvold. It was giving me fashion. Talking about fashion, she was the GQ winner of a female winner for fashion. As a matter of fact, she strolls up in there and she says hello to the none other Swanky and her friends, but Nadia also knows her. And then of course she tells Swanky that he also was the GQ winner. They missed him in Paris, but he was here, there. I think they became friends in South Africa. So that was the entire scene and it was yummy. Love, love, love. Then Quentin goes to see Diamond in a barbershop, and that is where Diamond now talks about he wasn't invited because there was a space for him at the reception right by Fantana. It was so messy. I live for it. But Zari was like, I'm in love now, so I don't care about you hoes. You can do whatever. You can even sit together at my reception. And so, you know, Diamond said that no, he wasn't invited and he has never met the new husband. And Zari said a couple of things, you know, on social media. And he was really upset and he said that he's been cancelled, that he only does this and that for the kids, so he's cancelled. And Diamond was really upset. Diamond, you have no right to be upset, and I'll tell you why. Let me tell you something. You can put your money and you can keep it over there. That does not have any contribution to raising a child. Raising a child is the everyday, it's the school drop-offs, it's the helping them with homework, it is giving them their evening baths, it is talking with their teachers, it is meeting up with their friends, it's taking them to the parks, it's going on vacations together, it is making sure that you put them to bed, it is tidying up the sitting room, it is making dinners for them, it is giving Zari time off. That is a father. That is a father when the child is sick and he vomits all over you, but you are there for the hospital appointments. You think that just because you put money down, I provide for all of my children. Yeah, so what? So what? The hard work is in the everyday. That's what Zari does. And you know I love you. I love you a lot. But I'm going to call you out and I'm going to tell you as it is. Hard smoking mess. Needless to say, he's in a huff. So he's like, well, you know, Zari didn't invite me because she was supposed to invite me in this way. And guess what? On top of which solidified the doubt of which Quentin had heard from the new husband. He said, I can get Zari like that. If I want my family, I can get Zari like that. It was arrogant. It was so arrogant and it was distasteful. I think he said it to spite Zari, to say, Zari, please, I own you, sis. Every little part of you, I know where it ticks for you and I know where it doesn't tick for you. But you know what? I can't be bothered. I like my free life. And when I'm tired of my free life and I get old and my Willy Wonka doesn't work that well anymore, I'll come back to you. That is what it gave me. So Zari, I'm telling you right now, don't ever take this man back because he disrespected you and I can't get over that. We move along. Homegirl, Miss GQ, now decides to hold like a little lunch. No, wait. Nadia goes to see Zari and they talk a little bit here, there, nothing important. But then we have a big blowout when Annie goes to go and see the new girl, the new kid on the block, and that is Kefilwe. Kefilwe has like a little lunch. So Annie comes over there and so they're chatting, they bond because they're mothers, they're this, da. Nadia comes in and she just throws it at Annie and tells Annie that you were out of pocket for the way that you behaved at Zari's wedding. And I don't have time for that. I'm going to call you and I'm going to tell you who and what you are. Needless to say, Annie can't take the heat and she storms off to have a lunch with Fantana. And then she goes on that you know, that was crazy, and you know my child, and you know, Annie, I know you're not sleeping well, baby. You need to have therapy and you need to detox and you need to cleanse because we're in 2025 and you know what? The beef is not with nobody really. The beef is that you are miserable in your marriage and you insist on staying there and drinking the poison on a daily basis. Nobody really cares about you out here in these streets. Nobody really does. And your friend Swanky, whether he lied, whether he didn't lie, he too is tired. Everybody is tired of your shenanigans because it's a hard smoking mess and it's only you that seems that is unable to see it. That's how I look at it. You're talking to Fantana that you went to talk to the point that Fantana did not get a word in edgewise. Fantana jumped all the way back to Nadia. I had a lunch. Lunch with Annie. Annie did not let me talk. Annie did not even ask me what I like to drink. There was nothing that Annie asked me. She just went all in to come and talk about what Swanky did to her. Why didn't you speak to Swanky himself? Because you know that Swanky will just throw you into the blender and press intense liquidation. He don't care. He'll walk right off. Nobody cares. So yeah, that was that, my darlings. That was the episode 1 and it's interesting. It's what? It's interesting. Yeah. That's all I got to say, my darlings. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love. Hello, Sophia. Hello, Lorenzo. I love you. Hello, Brazil. Hello, Grandma. Mwah. All right, darlings. I'll see you tomorrow.
The value of the information that we were given. So it's not overwhelming. It was very clearly laid out. It was accessible, even for someone that's not familiar with public relations.
Now I'm leaving, feeling more PR ready. What I thought I knew, I now know more. What I came to do, I've done so much more.
If you are serious about really growing your business or growing your brand, then like this is really this is a must.
And I love the fact that I came away from it feeling and knowing that I now have a clear pathway for the things I want to do next for my business.
I'm literally in awe.
I feel like I can pitch. There's so many platforms that
I've wanted to go on so many podcasts or just things that I thought I can only dream about. But in this retreat and just through the classes and the sessions, I really learned how to actually reach out to those platforms, to those huge platforms.
Know that when it comes to PR, Nina gonna put you together, okay? During our sessions, how she walked us through the playbook and she had us complete tasks. It gave us a sense of clarity.
Nina, you did that. You brought a group of amazing women together and you helped us bond, see our worthiness. And yeah, it was everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Yes, it's really been a unforgettable experience.
This is by far the most impactful few days I've had in a very long time.
Nina, you have no idea how profoundly your journey has impacted my journey.
Don't even think about not signing up.